So today we have a caravan that is trying to cross a desert in order to find a tree that's kind of like this big one here, but way bigger, because that's what we do as caravans in Sandwalkers, which is also sponsoring this video. So make sure you use the link in the description to check out the full release on Steam. Now, as we're walking out here, we do have to manage our supplies, which is looking pretty good right now, but if we find cactuses like this one, or cacti, I guess, then we can replenish it, but we're doing pretty good right now, so let's keep going down this little cobbled road here. We have to keep moving east, and oh, we already are facing a little bit more danger. Ambush chance increased. Well, that's not fun, but we should also probably stop at this small herd to replenish our food. We can just take a little bit of a detour there. So we are almost to full. Ooh, and it looks like there's something interesting over here. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to go off the main road, but I think we can check it out. We'll have to go back that way anyway, and we find wreckers. Great. During one dark night, a light caught our attention. We approached cautiously and discovered it was a fire on top of a dilapidated tower. Nothing more than a trap set by shipwreckers, pirates looking to bait their next catch. Well, we either attack or we escape. Although this does gain some position with Nebulous, because I guess these guys are mimicking them. Why don't we attack them? We should be able to do it. We put out the fire and flush them out of their hideout so we can slay them. Time to start the fight. Thankfully, we are very hopeful though, so we get extra shield. But they are a little bit faster, so there goes all those shields. But thankfully, we have our own tricks that we can pull off, such as Mockery or Lethargic Venom. Let's see what these guys have for resistances or weaknesses. They all seem pretty weak to the Mockery damage. So let's go ahead and use this to target you so we can deal a whole bunch of damage. 24 damage, but you still have your shields, which is sad. At least you're weakened, so you can't do as much damage. And this Pyracantha Vine will give some shield to our allies, as well as give them thorns. Let's do that to a front line, because these next guys are about to attack them. So this should work out pretty well. And there goes our shield, but there's the attack there, and the thorns responds. And then the same thing over here, so we are still looking good. Now it is our Oniromancer's turn, who can pull off a death pulse. Oh, the target dies. The target needs to die to do this, but ooh, that'll do it. Beautiful. First opponent down. And because he died, we got some shield off of that. Very nice. Now our protector, who is a big old tanky boy, can give off an inquisitive stare, but it also makes him an easy target. Unfortunately, these guys do have resistances to his other attack, which does more damage. So let's just go ahead and use the weakness to our advantage and target this back one here, who looks like he's about to go next. Sure enough, he is. Ooh, but he was stunned, so he doesn't get the chance to. So we could finish you off, but you just went. So let's go for the one that's about to attack, because hopefully our next two combatants can finish him off. There's a shield break there, which is very nice. And then some poison shot there. Beautiful, another one down. And now we just go ahead and finish off you. Perfect, we've fended off the pirates. And we gained some experience, as well as some berries and smoke grenades. I like it. And that experience is shared by everybody in the group, so we can go ahead and level some people up. Since you go first, let's go ahead and level you up to boost all of your stats. Very nice. And we get a new skill, including a healing skill. Ooh, this might be good. Let's get this early. So now we have 3 skills that we can use, but we'll need to continue moving if we are to level up the rest of our caravans, so let's continue on the path. Hopefully there's some food as we get back up to the cobbled trail here. Ooh, thankfully there is, a small herd, so we're getting some damaged fur as well. And it looks like there's some berry columns here too. But let's top up our food all the way. Oh, hello. We have met the Yaz Sea. Even caravaneers can't survive for long when exploring the hostile expanses of Uwanda, but never forget that their sacrifice will allow future caravans to progress and maybe even reach Umama someday. Yeah, TLDR, our life expectancy is very bad. But we can stop by the berry columns here and get some time-worn shards. That should be good for something, hopefully. And sure enough, the sandstorm is not making this easy, and sylphs may spawn. I don't like the sound of that, but I do like the sound of these materials that give some macaret. Or maceret. Uh-oh. Exiles in distress? We spotted a group of ragged exiles. They were thin, exhausted, and dressed in tatters. Begged us for supplies, hoping they could reach the next shelter before the 50, which is a giant storm head, proved too much to endure. Unfortunately, we can't offer them supplies because we don't have that much, so sadly we'll have to refuse. And bad things happen as a result. We lose a little bit of hope, which is kind of important as we're crossing a desert. possibly not returning or even reaching our destination. But at least we found some macaret. So what we can do is go up to this dry opuntia here, and then we can use a macaret to revive it and get some food. So let's use this on here, and there we got food, yes. Although it's a little interesting to resume here. We can either go up or go down. And I think up is gonna be better on food cost. So let's try to get through up here. We do have to be careful because we don't have very many supplies, but at least we can use some nopal berries to gain supplies. Let's use those right now because who knows when we're gonna find food next. And now we're in a danger zone, but at least the fights that happen now are harmless. So we should be able to resume. Oh, there's a well back there, but there's also cacti here and a crystal formation, but we need a pickaxe for that, and we don't have that. But let's stop by the cactus here. Beautiful supplies. And of course the ambush chance increases, but we can still continue. What we can do is use some of these abilities here to make crossing the desert a little bit easier, but we can only use it once before we reach a city. And who knows when we're gonna see a city next. And getting up here does take more food than we have in our inventory, so we start to lose some health if we continue that way. Let's get over here, I think, and then hopefully, ooh, hello. What is this? Unknown, but it's got a llama thing on it. That might be a small herd. Let's go ahead and take it. We are gonna lose some health, but we should be okay. Uh-oh, ambush. Well, we should still be fine regardless. It's only a couple of hyenas, and they don't even get shields. And they are about to go next, so let's give one of them some weakening, which should help, and then you can maybe do some more to another one? Or we do the same thorns tactic that we did before. They're about to attack the front lines, so I think that's a good idea. And we can give them extra shields that way too. So first you attack, and then you get hurt, and then you attack, and then you get hurt. This is working out pretty well. And then we can replenish shields by just offing one of the hyenas there. And then I don't think you can do the same thing. So we can just do 12 damage to you, and then hopefully another one can go next. 22 damage, yes please. Thank you, Mockery. And we got some meat off of that, very good. I can't more hyenas ambush us, they give us free supplies. But now we're also starving, so maybe we should use those right now. And we can level up somebody else. Now you are more of a tank, so why don't we level up Bankus here? Gives him better stats all around. And a new ability. Ooh, like raising a shield for protection. Or some barrier to dodge the next debuff. Let's get some protection, so we can actually fill that tank role. And now let's see whatever this weird llama scroll is. Hey, it's a harvest! This is looking really good. We discovered vast terraced fields under rapid harvest by a veritable army of flawans, which look like little frogs. We can help harvest, which gives us some nopal berries. And instead of us being distrusted, we should be able to gain a little bit of trust. And this helps the trust even more. You know what? Let's use it. With the help of our botanist, we did more than pick. We managed to bring back to life precious plants that the terracers had already given up on. Amazing. So they like us a little more now. And the dates give us extra supplies. We're gonna need those because there's a well up here, which we should be able to reach. There's also abandoned crates over there, which give us lockpicks. That'd be interesting. Well, let's get the well first. Food comes over everything else. Oh, there's a giant well over there. Okay, we should be able to reach this well if we go down here first. So let's pick up those lockpicks. That should help us later. There is a chance for an ambush, but we should be okay. And then we can get up here with a little bit of food remaining. Hey, and the high winds is done. Very good. So now we actually get our visibility back. And the well has been a huge help with that. Ooh, hello, a campsite. This is a campsite that likes us, right? I sure hope so. We might be able to replenish food if we go over here too. Uh-oh, there's some danger over here. And it looks like the campsite is surrounded by a pirate group, but the predators group is a little bit easier. So why don't we go up here first and fight them? Then we should be able to level up another member of our caravan. So they have weakness to the purple thing again and some fire. We don't have any firecasters in this caravan, but some mockery will go a long way, especially if you queue one of them up to be taken out the next turn. How about the one that is about to go... Well, they're all kind of going at the same time, so I guess it doesn't matter too much, but the shield break is good. So let's just give our front line a little bit of protection, like we usually do. So our musician back here took a little bit of damage, but the shield held up, and then yours also broke, which is good. And then we can go ahead and get some shield to our snail here. Let's use this move on you to get rid of some health there. Queue you up for a quick elimination, hopefully. and the Mockery should be able to finish you off. Very good. Now we can go ahead and just give you some poison. At least you're the only one that's alive now, so the rest of this should be pretty easy going. Sure enough it is. Another Mockery takes you out. Beautiful. Nice amount of experience. And some meat. Now, should our botanist get a level up? That would help with the health and the weak defense numbers you have going on already. Might as well. Ooh, this one attacks in a line. But it also gives weakened. We already have a move that does that. Insidious Seed, Infested. Suffers more damage, deals damage to all allies if the unit dies with this effect. Oh, wow. I think the Insidious Seed is a great time. And now we can get a cactus here, which will be good before we fight these pirates. Most of us are level 2, so I think we can go ahead and take out the pirate brew here. So here's the pirates again. We did pretty good against these guys last time, but there's also more of them. But thankfully they all have that same weakness that the Mockery can take advantage of, and this can actually deal damage to you. I think that would certainly help, especially because our front line is about to take quite a bit of damage, and there's a shield break there, which is good, but they're about to go next. So let's do the vines like we do. Really want to set one of them up with one of those seeds, but there's a few more attacks happening there, so now our snail is without shields. And let's just go ahead and raise our shield with our protector now, because that can protect a snail who's about to get quite a bit of damage, and then he gets a whole bunch of shields, so we can tank all the hits that come in. Now, is it a good idea to do poison damages? I think it is. So let's give that to you, just so we can respond in kind, and then the infested can go to you in the back because you have less health numbers. Ooh, should we take you out right away? I think yes, because that'll give you shield again. Very good. It looks like we might be able to damage all of them attacking this guy. So we take you, and then, okay, that hurt, but I guess you're not taken out yet, but you will be after this one, which damages all the rest of them. Very good. And they both got shield breaks, so they're both stunned. Oh, huge. And we can set up another one with an Insidious Seed. Let's give that to the one with poison. That should be a wonderful chain reaction. Although he doesn't get taken out, sadly, but he will this time. And that'll take out his fellow behind him. Yes! Chain reactions for the win. I kind of want to see what's happening in the campsite, but let's get some food just in case. And level up our final member who is at level 1. So what skills do you get? Okay, so you seem to specialize in one kind of damage, removes debuffs? Oh wait, you reduce hope. Oh, I don't like that at all. I do like this one though, that attacks a line and gives them slowed, so we can be faster. Let's take this. Everything else seems like a bad time. Okay, campsite, how bad are you? Oh, it's a pirate camp. You know, I probably should have seen this coming. The fleeing pirates had managed to leave with most of the loot, but surely they had left some behind. Okay, thankfully they're not there. So we can take some of the goods and leave quickly, which gives us a lockpick and cuttlefish skin. Oh, weird. But also some materials, like a perch fetish, which I guess is an inanimate object worshipped for its supposed magical powers, or because it is considered to be inhabited by a spirit. Well, it does deal 155% wind damage to a row of enemies, and it applies blind, so that'd be pretty good. Plus a travel chest that we can open with lockpicks. We have some of those. Let's get this. So let's just go ahead and open that chest with some lockpicks. And hey, we get pickaxes out of there. Now we can hit those crystal deposits. And there was 2 of them in there. I like it. Okay, there's another mystery thing there, which do we feel like going that way? It would be easier for us to go up here this way. There's also a random impassable tile there that we can see, but also it has a little bit of a red outline on there, so I feel like that's a fight. This also looks like a fight because it's a fist and the scroll's a little bloody. Why don't we not go that way? And then get some food up here in this giant cactus deposit. And now we're at the Terracer's Valley, so we're making it through a couple terrains here. Now, we are looking good on food, so we can leave this large herd alone. But there is a yaya? I have no idea what that means, but it looks like another little village. And I guess we have also went a little too far north because our compass is pointing down. So maybe we should go back this way and pass through the village and see what happens. Ooh, hello. We have found some cliffs, I guess, and that is a huge elevation increase. But let's continue going, I suppose. And now we're here, so we can check in with the Terracers. These are the guys we helped in the field, and they're still indifferent to us. But let's go ahead and check in at the market, because we have some things that we can trade in. Although, I guess that everything that we have is kind of worthless to them. So we just need to add things to make sure that our trade is balanced. And then a couple of the grenades should do that. Hey, so now we're looking good. Although it is a little bit in their favor, maybe we can get some things that will level it out a little bit more. Like maybe this perch here that we can't use either. Whoa, huge value. Wow, let's get some items that we can use then. Okay, that is looking a lot better. Health points, intelligence, and water resistance, and this gives intelligence. Let's go ahead and do this. Good trade. And I think that's about all we can do here, but we can rest. Might as well, and then we get some supplies off of that. Very good. At least we are far over enough that we can just continue going straight down, although our view is a little obscured right now. I think that's because of the downpour. Rivers, water levels may rise, marids may spawn. Well, this is drylands right now, but maybe we should get a little bit of higher ground here. Ooh, there's a big beetle herd there. That could be good. But let's keep moving. Oh, dark thoughts. Was our hand truly forced by future generations, or would it be easier to simply give up? Oh, great. So we talk to each other, or we continue in silence, where caravaners lose 25% HP? Otherwise, we lose hope. I don't want to lose hope. Let's just continue in silence so everybody gets a little wounded. And we just gotta keep moving south, but we are starting to lose view because we need to change elevation. So why don't we stop at this herd first? And then, okay, we can go around down here. This should be a little bit easier traveling. And there's a dinosaur looking thing there, a crunchy rock. But if you are harmless, and this would be a good chance to heal up our friends with our minstrel's ability. Water damage gets increased here too. I do like this. And there is more of them than I thought, but you can go ahead and get topped up. Very good. And then let's just give one of them an insidious seed. How about the front one? Or the back one here. These guys do not have a lot of HP, but you have a lot of shields, so let's give it to you. So now comes the attacks, and oh, we didn't give any shielding. But okay, you're taking a lot more hits than I thought you were going to. That is rude. So much for the healing. We just lost our snail. Okay, then behind the target does 10 more damage. I do like that, so do some good there. And then you, oh great, I don't think we can bring him back. But that can take you out and do some good. I think we need to. Oh, you're still not taken out? But at least you're stunned. We just need to start reducing numbers. I regret my decisions. Now it deals some damage to you now, so that'll do damage to the back one as well. And now you're taken out, so there's only one left. Now let's go ahead and give you some weakening. And then can you finish him off? Yes, you can. Okay, so that was a bit of a rough time. We lost one of our caravan members. The good news is we do have experience to level up everybody else, but I almost wonder if we should wait until we get to another town because that one's still pretty far away now. What I'm saying is I want to save the XP for a new caravan member. Uh-oh, Fountain of Blood. This doesn't look good. Legends spoke of many strange events that could barely convince any skeptic. As such, we did not think that anyone would believe us when we related what we saw that day, a fountain from which blood flowed instead of water. I don't like the sound of that. This also starts combat. You know what? I know a bad omen when I see one. Let's just leave and get some food back over this way. We need to get to the next town, which hopefully is close. We still have to go down this way. It's right there. And there it is. Our destination. For the moment, anyway. Oh, but at least we can rest here. Yes, please. Because this is also members of our tribe, so we're respected here. So first, let's talk to Melkin's Cannon. Wish for us to recover a fetish design for his chapel. I hope we didn't sacrifice anything for that, but let's go ahead and do it. Going through Musawankosi always entailed visiting the chapel that housed the shell of Oniromancer Melkin, our ancestor. As we gazed upon it, the canon came to meet us. He claimed to hold great admiration for caravans. Well, I sure hope so. We're kind of doing all the legwork here. He was currently awaiting a marvelous jet fetish to add to their collection of relics. Tragically, however, the nebulous merchants who were to deliver it were robbed by pirates. He explained where the wreckage lay in case we were in an adventurous mood. Well, we're already walking, so we might as well, but let's also try to recruit somebody. Ooh, yes, we can get an Oniromancer back. Or we get somebody new, but I love this guy's abilities. We just have to be careful with it the next time. And you cost 50, but let's go for you, and then we have to give some trade to make up for that. The equipment that we picked up is worth a lot, but the damaged fur and other things might be worth more. So we're at a deficit of 20. The chitinous shards get us pretty close. That actually is in reasonable standing there. Should we give a little more to sweeten the deal? Might as well, because this is another trade item. Beautiful. So now we have perch in our caravan. And all that experience we collected can level you up right away. Don't ask what happened to the last guy, and we'll get some slowed again. Ooh, we can visit the pharmacy? For free? Sure. Thank you. And then, yes, we'll take a rest, because it also gives food. Thank you very much. So now we can go ahead and be on our way and find where the pirates took the treasure. It should be pretty easy going, but let's also see this campsite over here as we get ambushed by pirates, because of course we do. And then we can set up you for being taken out right away. And the shield breaks help as well. But let's set up the Percantha line here. So more units get attacked, and then the thorns kick in, and you're stunned, and then you're boosting your allies, which is fine. And then double the things there. So now we can give some weakened mind to somebody. Let's do that to the backline, I think. Oh, but you have resistance. But that guy there also has weakness. You're within death range from one of our other units. So let's, target the backline here. You get a little bit less damage, but all of you are slowed, which is good news. Inquisitive Stare, right into your soul, because that's also gonna stun you. And now you can get taken out altogether. I would have preferred to hit one of them with the Insidious Seed, but we can handle that the next time. Now that you have low HP, it's just too bad that this cannot attack that guy there, but the Weakened Mind certainly can. So let's just hit all three of them, and then get some chain reactions with both of them being taken out. Let's just finish this up and be on our way. There we go, our attack synergy is restored. And we got some pearly shells, very nice. Now I suppose it would help if we actually equip some of our caravan members with some of the stuff that we've been picking up. You give more intelligence. Who has the most intelligence right now? It is Thetho. So let's give you the cactus mask. That should work out pretty well there. And then this mushroom hat gives more health points and intelligence and water resistance. Now you have the second highest intelligence, plus you are kind of weak. Why don't we give this to you? And now we can level somebody up. Let's get some more goodies on Thetho. So now we can upgrade one of our existing abilities, or his active ability for travel. Lethargic Venom, Mockery, we do use the Mockery a lot. Since we just boosted his intelligence, let's make the most of it by upgrading his Mockery. So it does 39 damage now, very good. And then should we see what this thing here is first? Let's see what it says. One day, a frail skiff flew over us. The boat skidded to a halt right in front of us, and a bespectacled human appeared. So we can trade. Oh wait, start combat. I should have read that. We approached a man with our arms full of goods to exchange. When we were only a stone's throw away, a horde of pirates emerged from the hold of the skiff. Go figure. So we do get those bonuses, but we do have to be careful here because now they have resistances to some of the magic. Actually, they all have resistance to magic, but they are weak to some other things. So let's not die here. How about? However, I don't like that you're attacking the back line, so maybe we should get rid of your shields as soon as possible, which I don't think we'll be able to do. Plus, you are attacking everybody. So let's just make it hurt for you as much as we can. So first you attack the tank there, and then you're attacking the back line because you're rude, but you're still poisoned. And then you're attacking everybody, which is very rude. Let's get rid of your shield. So at the very least, you're stunned. Can we charge one of you? We can charge you. Might as well hurt the caster in the back as much as possible. Why don't we stun another one of them with also some more poison damage? Get some more poison in your lives. And now we can put the Insidious Seed on this one. Even better. So they lose some turns, you lose some HP, and you take... Okay, you're actually taking some health damage. I don't appreciate that. But your resistance is not gonna save you from this attack. So chain reaction to all of them. Yes, get these pirates out of here. Stinking humans. Ooh, and we got a hyacinth crystal out of that. So honestly, we're doing pretty well here. Even though we did get jumped there. Let's stop through this large herd in case the campsite doesn't have anything good for us. So we go back into here. Someone here had met their fate. We can search the surroundings, which gives astrolopods. Deal 14 damage and applies stun to an enemy. Oh, I thought that was food. Or we get pyrolopods, which apply burn. I think stun can be more valuable at a moment's notice. Plus the herbal cure. Let's take this. And because we did just get one there, we're gonna use one now to heal our botanist, just in case something bad happens. And let's also level him up again. You know, maybe we should level up the botanist. Upgrade some of your abilities now. Ooh, so Insidious Seeds can infect a whole row? Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. So let's continue traveling through the arable lands here, which are a little bit easier. We don't need to worry about that herd. How much more down and over do we have to go? Quite a ways, but we are passing through the deserts again, and I think that might be the easiest way through. Let's get to this arable patch and see how it is. Okay, so there's a fight down there with some Shaitanus, but they're harmless. But now how do we get through here? Because there's dunes all along that way. We might have to go up and around. So let's go ahead and do that. Yet another ambush with some smelly hyenards. Hyenish. Ooh, but they're standing next to a very cool looking rock. I bet our protector loves that a lot. let's stun the single one that is protected by shields. So that is safe there. And then we'll do the vine to protect our front line, even though this guy is about to hit both of us. Or both of our guys on the bottom line. Oh, and I guess we're bleeding now too. That's not fun. Oh, you're attacking the back line as well. Good thing you have shields. But at least we can get rid of one of them. And then can we do a charge to get rid of two of them? I guess they don't have weaknesses to any of our stuff. So let's just damage two of them at once. That seems like a good time. Let's just help out the numbers all around. And we did the wrong thing. I don't know what we did. But since they're all attacking that guy anyway, let's just boost him with some shields. And then they can all hurt themselves on his thorns. Which also increases his bleeding stack, and now he lost his shield. That's not good. So I think it's about time that we finish this fight. But look at the shield of our Oneiromancer here, 137. And actually we could just take out that one entirely. Let's do that. That helps things out. Oh, it's a good thing we did that damage. You healed yourself. But it's sadly not enough. Goodbye. More meat for the journey and more experience. This guy is so good. We gotta level him up more. And let's boost Weakened Mind to do more damage there. Thankfully, we have a passage through the dunes this way, and we still have a lot of food items, so we should be able to make the journey. It's right over there. Oh, but now our food stores got down a whole bunch. So, a couple of chunks of meat later, which also frees up some inventory space. It looks like we're getting some high ground over there. I would hope to... Oh, good, it's right there. So there's the pirates that stole the thing. Is it just one group of them? I hope it's just one group of them. We should be able to handle this. Pirates ain't gonna do us in yet. And it looks like half of them are just... Ow! I forgot you attack first. It's been a while since I fought you. But it looks like half of them are boosting themselves, or their allies, and then you're attacking the front line. Okay, we'll take you out right away, especially because you're weak to this. Goodbye altogether. And then let's see, you're about to hit both of them. So let's just give both of you an Insidious Seed. And then there's the damage, but we're fine. You guys are a little bit slower, but you're at the bottom of the line anyway. Ooh, I didn't realize that Weakened Mind got a boost like this. It can attack the front line or a solo in the back. Well then, in that case, let's just get both of them. And then you should be able to take out you altogether, and the Insidious Seeds can chain reaction. Never mind. We just stunned that guy in the front. This will take him out though. It's just a little bit delayed, but that still worked out beautifully. And we got a lot of goods out of that. So there's the boat wreck where we get the jet fetish. Oh, I'm sorry, is it standing? With the pirates driven away, we quickly found the fetish, which was in fact huge, more statue than fetish. To carry such an item would not be easy. How heavy is it? Because we have to go all the way back. Okay, I guess it takes up no inventory space. Thank you for that. So if we go back the way we came, that might be easier, but it's also closed off because of ants. And the ants are currently fearsome at level 3. Well, let's just restore some food. 7 food from the fish, might as well use it. And then let's just meet these ants head on, I think. And thankfully, the weakness of these ants means that we can one-shot one of them. Absolutely. Rinse and repeat, same strategy as before. To stun you because you're attacking the back line. Easy pickings. Although I guess we could have done that in the reverse order because you couldn't take him out right away, but the poison will finish the fight. And now we can level up our protector to level 3. Ooh, so his raised shield ability can protect and give him thorns as well. Otherwise, we boost the damage of charge. We'll take the thorns. Our guy's gonna be quite the tank. Now, there is an interesting thing over here, but also looks like we're about to be short on food. But it is a good thing that we stored up so much food because we are not gonna have anything good for a while. And it would take a lot of food to cross through that desert there, but it looks like we might be able to as a shortcut. Let's see how this goes. And we cross. Okay, we're good. So let's take the Nopal Berry again, which will get us right to this thing, which looks like a good time. Oh, great. It's another one of you. We could... whoa, what? We could rob him since we know the outcome, I guess? I like this idea. We threw ourselves at the simpleton. Oh, but this time it wasn't a pirate? What? I can't win here. Ashamed of having extorted a poor person, but at least we didn't lose hope. It was only a mealtime that we noticed while we were busy on the ship. Someone had taken the opportunity to loot our own cargo. Oh, so give a little, take a little, but now we're starving. At least we haven't lost anything. And let's just see what's inside this treasure chest with the lockpicks that we have. Ooh, a crystal sand rose. That's a lot of trade potential. There is an observatory here. I think a little hop over there should be fine because it reveals so much more of the land. And we can see where food options are on the way. But we are running out of food still. So let's take some things there and then We're gonna lose 13% on the way to this large well, but there is some food things right next to it on all sides. I guess what we can do now is bring the movement cost down to 0 with an illusion feast. That would mean we don't lose any hunger status. So we can continue all the way to the well. So food is restored there, and food is restored with this cactus. Beautiful, that was very clutch. And then once we get to the arable lands, it should be easy traveling from there, as long as we don't get ambushed again. We could take a stop at this large herd here. I think we'll need to. It is raining again, but we'll be fine. So we stop here, and the harmless thing is about to go, but it's not going fast enough, and we get all the way back to our destination. Yes! Here's your weird statue thing. Here it is. Thank you. You have no idea what this fetish represents. Future generations will remember those who brought it here. We remained silent, surprised by such fervor. It had no connection to the ancestor spirits or trees the Macaws worshipped. Oneiromancy was, however, an ever-evolving art, and other tribes did indeed worship statues. Who are we to judge? Well, at least we're happy about that. Amazing. And our standing went up too, yes. An advisor has agreed to meet us. Awesome. As he sifted through the archives, he found that refugees from Yaz, the third oldest city tree of the Fithic Age, had been found drifting through the desert a few months before. He encouraged us to seek traces of other Yazian migrations to see if they might need help. Okay then, but we get some rewards. And one of those rewards is a fragment. That's gonna help us find the Mother Tree, so we really need that. And that is right up there. Not too far, but it is up a cliff. I see some things in the market. Is there anything good? There's a muttering skull. Those are definitely a good time. Everything is cheaper because of our standing. Very nice. So let's trade some. Okay, so you're not as valuable as you could be, but we do have some other valuable items. So much so that we're kind of overshooting things a little bit, but this is an even trade. As even as it's gonna get. Amazing, we got a skull. Before we set out, let's go ahead and give somebody the skull here. It gives agility and intelligence. And it's actually better for our teller than this cactus mask. Remove this, give you the muttering skull. That actually sounds pretty well for someone whose whole thing is music. And then the cactus mask that increases intelligence can go ahead and go to our Oneiromancer. So now let's figure out a way over there. It looks like it's a gradual increase over this way, plus it's still a lush green field. So let's walk up that way. Oh. Okay, it's time for ambush moments, but hopefully we don't have to worry too much. Or, of course, we get a nightmare walker? What? Terrified, we grabbed our weapons, but the creatures seemed to ignore us and just kept moving forward. We either let them pass and lose a little hope, or we get some space gems. We lose HP and hope. Let's just let them pass. We calmed down and managed to remain silent as they passed. We can only wish them a quick death in the desert, but who knew what fate actually had in store for them? Well, let's just not worry about that, but now we're serene. So we lose all of the optimism bonuses, but we should be fine regardless because the campsite's right there where we're trying to go to. And since it's on the way, why don't we go ahead and grab this observatory? See how much more there is in the area. Seeing a lot more in the area, I love it. And there's an observatory right next to it, which is a little redundant. But we've uncovered a lot of the map, surprisingly. So now we safely arrive at our destination. Uh-oh, tragedy! A trembling survivor in rags approached us, surprised at our sudden arrival. Once he began to recover from the shock, he related how Yaz had slowly deteriorated before collapsing entirely. So, you got the fragment? Afterwards, a Dragonopterus caterpillar was discovered within its stump. Oh, I don't like that. So there's a giant caterpillar. Oh, that was what the giant stump was. Well, that's lovely. I guess we gotta defeat a giant caterpillar. How do we get up there? It seems a lot more gradual to go over here, replenish some food, and then work our way over that way without getting too close to this ant. Now we can get up there. Oh, yep, there's a city tree that is no more. I mean, it's a caterpillar. How bad could it be? I say as we go and deal with it. We can search and get a healing potion though. We're probably gonna need one of these. And then it do go down. So down we go. The Dragonopterus caterpillar. Oh, he's a sleepy little guy. How sad to be forced to reclaim ruins from such a rare being. So we didn't always hate these guys, but you just kind of, destroyed the home. Since Umama's death, their caterpillars were no longer mature, and surely they were as distressed as we all were. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, but, it's survival of the fittest out here. The larva stirred. We drew our weapons. We were what the Fithy had turned us into. Oh, you are not a sleepy little guy. Oh my goodness. Well, at least it doesn't cost food to go in here, and all of our guys are topped up and about as equipped as they're gonna be. So let's go into this with shields up, increasing all caravan members' shields, and then go into the fight, where everything is neutral, so we're still not getting shield bonuses. 439 health. Okay, then. How much damage are you doing? That's a lot of damage. But you also don't have shield, so we can't break that either. But you are weak to magic, and we can weaken you, so that's gonna help. Need all the bonuses that we can get. And does that? Okay, so that still breaks the shield, but it is only doing 1 point of health damage now. That's good. Oh, and he heals off of this? Well, that's just rude. But here, Pure Canthivine to give you some extra shield, and now it shouldn't break. Plus, he's gonna be hit with some thorns damage, so that helps. Even though he still topped up and then took the damage. And you're just gonna do the vampirism again? Okay, so we know what your consistent move is. Let's go ahead and give you some weakened mind so you're slowed. That should allow more of our guys to attack at once. Although that didn't change the turn order at all. But we can have our protector focus on just tanking since he's the attack target again. And then let's protect you, I think, because you're also a front line. And thankfully you're not resistant to water stuff, so let's give you some poison now too, I think. Just for some continuous tick damage. So let's just stack some more poison. The more we can get rid of your vampirism, the better. Okay, so now he's not back to full health after that, so we are slowly taking away his HP. Raise your shield. Protect this one. 117 shield, that is so good. This guy's not getting through at all. And then take advantage of the weakness. Very good. So more poison in your life. Yes. And that is working beautifully. I feel like that's getting rid of, uh-oh, Frightening Squeal, attacking everybody? Okay then. So you are protected, so you don't have to worry about damage. Now you need to protect somebody else. So let's protect the one with the weaker HP numbers. And we can weaken you again, or I guess for longer. Ooh, but you can do a Pure Cantha line on the back line too. Let's do that. More shield to the back line. There we go, everybody's protected, and no one's lost HP. Beautiful. This one's almost dead. And since he just went, it's all of us attacking first. I think we got this. Just go all in on the damage. Don't need to protect anymore. And the caterpillar goes down. Yes, we win. Does the caterpillar have the fragment? At least we got some food and a lot of XP out of that. That's enough for 2 level ups. Our tank really clutched that time, so I think he deserves a level up. And he gets a 4th skill ability? Yes. Ooh, Shield Bash also gives them slowed. Or Barrier removes debuffs, that could help. I think he could definitely use some more protective abilities. So, Babaji's Blessing, which can also do the entire back line. I like that. And you are our main damage dealer right now, so I think you get a level up too. So, ooh, Parlay brings shield to 0? Oh, but it also does for the caster too. Oh hey, a Dragonopterus Rhapsody. That's kind of relevant. Since we just fought a Dragonopterus Caterpillar, we'll take this as a celebration of the caterpillar we just took down. Okay, now let's get out of here and plant a tree. I would say we could also touch grass, but we've also been kind of, you know, doing that this entire journey. But there it is, the baby tree. Yaz's hummus had remained the fibrous and fertile soil it always was. This kind of ground called silt was the only type known to be able to allow a city tree sprout to mature. For the first time in generations, the macaws would be able to plant a new city tree. Plant a sprout. We got a city tree growing again. Digging the wet soil with our bare hands, we discovered some antiphytic ruins. Ooh, yes, we found a fragment. Oh, beautiful, another part of our journey. We had one already, but now we got another one. Song of the Dragonopterus Rain. A lot of Dragonopterus things. It's also just kind of fun to say. It is a hopeful folly to build and take joy in what is built. When the skies rain dragonflies of fire, lighting fields with honey darts, clouds assemble at the gates of deadwood cities. We had not yet understood that it was a time for tears. Well, this sounds tragic, but that is amazing. We made a lot of progress as a caravan. Before we left, a macaw walked with us in the shade of Yaz's bark. We spoke of caravan chronicles that spoke of the friendship between macaw and terracers. We understood the message. We should seek Tatong, the terracers' troglodytic capital. And that is way over there. Wow. And I feel like our journey is just beginning. Oh, look at that, the stump already has green on it. Oh, that's amazing. But I tell you what, I think I will leave the rest of the story to be revealed by you guys. So if that's something you're interested in, then make sure you use the link in the description to check out Sandwalkers on Steam. Especially that it went into its full release with a 20% launch discount. So now's the time to get into it. Big thanks to the developers for sponsoring this video, and thank you for watching. Sub to Intern. And I would like to thank the channel members, including Bread, Corby Farm, Dakota, Donamoto, Devion X, Ancient Elixir, Matthew, Haple Harold, Peggy Sue, Drupalong, Lily Bites, The Miner Within, DeGarity, Sands, V, Killer Squad, Mousy Mouse Nicholas, Igor Shradi, McKenna Chan, and Liam.